and welcome to Plumeria Play, and welcome to the must-have lots of Britechester, which is the world that comes with the Discover University expansion pack. Discover University is one of the more fun expansion packs in my opinion. I think having a university in The Sims is a really nice addition, and I actually really love the world of Britechester. So let's go ahead and hop into this video. So the world here is separated into 3 different segments. Over here behind my face cam is the Foxbury University. In the center is more of a neutral ground where both universities kind of mesh together. And then all the way to the right is the University of Britechester. Foxbury is much more modern in build style, as well as more science and logic oriented, whereas Britechester is much more in a traditional kind of classic university style, but they focus more on the arts. I think both universities are really fun. I actually am a Foxbury fan, which I feel like is not the common choice. But since Britechester seems to be the more loved one, we're gonna start at Foxbury and just work our way across the map. So let's start over here with the Tidal Tower. So the first lot we're looking at is the Tidal Tower Reno by Lilsimsie. I love her Tidal Tower. I feel like I'm a little partial because I played a lot of University when it first came out before I was ever a simmer, and I always played in this particular lot. So I have played in this lot. I love this lot. I think this is one of the best university houses I've ever come across. I like the simplicity of it. I like that all the rooms match. I like that when I come here, it's not like stressful on my eyes. I find the ones that came with the pack are just too much. It's too much happening. There's too many colors, like nothing's cohesive. And maybe that's debatably like more realistic, but I don't think so. I feel like now a lot of people kind of coordinate their rooms and their styles. So I think there's some realism in this one as well. I literally always had my Sims live in this room over here because it doesn't have a roommate. So I think this lot is really special to me for that reason though, because I have a very fond memories of playing University and playing in this lot in particular. So I was still really thrilled to see that it was at the top of the list when you sort by university housing. But on the top floor, it's just rooms and a nice little hangout space. It's really convenient because she's got some computers placed down. And then on the bottom floor, we've got a couple more rooms downstairs if you did not want to have your Sims worrying about going up and down the stairs. A huge community bathroom, of course, and then an adorable little cafeteria area over here. The way that University works is these will function outside of the Commons lot, but if you eat at this one, you have to pay for the food, whereas if you go to the Commons lot, the food is free for you. But I think having to pay for your Sims food feels a little more realistic, and it's super convenient to have food available to you on the lot instead of having to have your Sims travel everywhere. While I do love the University pack, it certainly does not come without its bugs and glitches, and traveling around is one of them. But this lot is so cool. We even have one of the big ping pong tables and a keg set up outside. And this is the only lot that repeats, but I did put the exact same Tidal Tower on the one across the way. I just think it looks better because these buildings are quite literally attached and one in the same. So I think it would make sense that they looked the same on top. But let's go ahead and move on to our next lot. Sticking to the Foxbury side, we're going to be heading over to Larry's Lagoon, which is the Foxbury Commons. So this is Larry's Lagoon by Simyance 2409, and something about this exterior shape just really caught my eye. And honestly, after I saw their username, I was like, well, I have to put it down now. Simyance, that's hilarious. But here is a look at that in the world. I just think it fits so perfectly with the world around it. Like they used the same white brick that's over here. They've got the signage, they've kind of got the light and dark color mix that is very Foxbury aesthetic. But more than that, when you head inside the lot, there's so much for your Sims to do. We have a cute little hangout area upstairs with, of course, a public bathroom. They have the area where the robotic Sims can meet. And if you have Eco Lifestyle, they have a furniture maker here as well, which fits so perfectly because this is very robot in nature in the way it acts. So it makes a lot of sense to put it up here with the robotic stations. Outside, they have almost like a little party area set up. They've got like a speaker system with some flags and another ping pong table and a little bubble blower and a keg. This is a great hangout area for university students. Moving down to the next floor, we have a bit of a study space and a computer setup plus a bathroom on this floor. That's just convenient to have a bathroom on every floor. And I just love the color scheme, how it kind of looks like a little sunset. I think it's so pretty. And then on the bottom floor, we have the cafeteria area over here, again with the same chair color scheme. I love it. I think it looks so good. They also added in vending machines, which are just really useful for gameplay, as well as another little hangout area and even a kid section. So maybe if you're a mom doing university or a dad doing university, you can bring your kids here while you study. I just thought that was a cute idea. And then they have the little laundromat downstairs with all the washers and dryers in the same color scheme. I just like the realism of this. I think this is so fun that you can have your Sims bring their laundry here to do that while maybe they're studying in the meantime. They also included a small gym space and another bathroom area downstairs. And I actually really love the use of the lockers down here as well. I just think this is such a cool lot. It has so much to do. And it feels a little more true university. Like I feel like I had spaces like this in my personal university that I went to. Maybe not as grand or as cute as this one, but places that had all those little things kind of meshed into one building. So I love that this one does that as well. Now we are heading into one Maritime Manor by, I believe you say this, Inlaid Puppet, but like I said, I don't know. It'll all be in the description, I promise. I butcher your name so bad and I apologize for that. But this is actually a residential rental. I really like the idea of a residential rental in lieu of university housing, because I kind of hate university housing. I think it's the worst, to be totally honest with you. So I think if you have the For Rent expansion pack, it's a really nice alternative. There are 5 units here in total, and I think we're gonna go top to bottom. So starting with the one on the very top floor, this is a 3-bedroom unit with a big open concept kitchen, living, dining. I think it's so pretty, and it's this entire top floor, but we've got laundry, we've got bathrooms, and then you can have multiple roommates. And I feel like this is a very realistic college experience for a lot of people, at least in the US. I obviously can't speak for other places. Most people, at least in my area, will live in the dorm for their freshman year and then move out to apartments for the following years of college. That's how a lot of people I know did it. So I think it's very common to live in apartments while you're in college. So I think it's fun that maybe a set of friends got an apartment together. And then moving down to the next floor, so there's 2 units on each floor, so you can see them very well even without the colors on, but I'll turn them on briefly. So 1 unit's down this way and 1 unit's down this way, and I love that they kind of stuck with a cohesive color scheme to make it easier to distinguish which one's which. But all of these are 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom with an open concept kitchen, living, dining, and they're all very cute and very differently color schemed. On the very bottom floor, they have a utility closet that has the For Rent things, and then outside they have an adorable little hangout area that I just think is so cute and seems like such a fun thing if you were living in an apartment with a lot of other college students. But that is it for the Foxbury side of the map. So let's move here into the central area and start with the library. This is the University Library by LoquatRooster. A moment of silence for this gorgeous, stunning, beautiful library. I was so blown away when I saw this. I love the brick color. I love the towers. I love the clock here in the center, the fountain, the little nature areas. Oh my God, it's so cute. Outside, they have just some park areas. If you have the Love Struck pack, I think this might be a great spot to put one of the new blankets, but when they built this, it was obviously not out yet. Just even the small details like the newspaper holders and the mail carriers and whatnot. I love the detail that was put into this lot. Look at this, all these little roof pieces, they did that. And it's stunning. It looks so good. It fits so well into the world around it. But let's take a look at inside the lot. This was my favorite part. When I saw this, I was like, it's perfect. No notes. The different sides, one of them being more of Foxbury and the other being more Britechester. I'm obsessed with it. But on the next floor down, it's what items are there. So on the Britechester side, there's painting easels, and on the Foxbury side, there's chess tables. And obviously any sim can use either side. I just think the attention to detail and doing things like that is really cool. And they even included these like study rooms off to the sides that are fully closed in with doors and windows. I feel like that's so realistic. We used to get study rooms all the time when I was in college, but this is one of the best libraries I think I have ever seen. I think it's so cool. Oh, and look, they have it a little employee room. I totally missed that. Wait, that's so cute. Obsessed. I'm obsessed. I have no notes. They do have a few of the research machines as well, which is something I really look for in a university library. And I just love how many bookshelves and things that there are. And like I said, just the attention to detail and the fun color schemes on either side of the library. I think it's so cool. But that is our university library. She is stunning. The name of this one might give it away a little bit, but this is our pub, gym, and bubble tea. And I'm really not sure how to say this creator's name because there are no vowels. So I'm going to just leave it here. It'll be in the description once again. Look at how cute this is. And it is the bar lot. So this is mainly set up as a bar, but there's a lot of other things here. I love the bottom of this, how there are 3 different entrances. So we've got our bubble tea, our gym, and then our bar area. I think that is such a cool way to do it. So let's look at each of these one at a time. We have our little bubble tea shop, which is super duper small. The employee actually accesses it here from the side door. I think it's something nice about it being really small. It kind of gives the vibe of it's only a to-go type of bubble tea store. And then moving over to our gym space, which is next, they've got some vending machines down here at the bottom, as well as a tiny bathroom right when you walk in. And then heading up the stairs is where we're going to find our actual gym space. So we've got some treadmills, are these towels? Yeah, those are towels. I'm assuming they're pretending those are like workout mats because we do have some yoga mats upstairs. We've got the punching machines, bathrooms, locker rooms, and then on the top floor, we've got punching bags, the weight machines, and then our little yoga studio room over here. And then on the bottom floor is where our pub is. I love the quaintness of this pub. I like that it's kind of fit into a small area and spills out onto the front patio. And I love, love, love a multifunctional lot. So I think it's really nice that this one has a lot of different things to do, because I don't think we have any gym spaces at Britechester. So while the Foxbury people have a gym, I don't think our Britechester people do. So they have to come here if they want to work out. The exterior just fits in so well with the other buildings around it. That was kind of something that was important to me while I was looking for lots. I wanted to make sure it made sense with the rest of the world. And that brings me to our next lot, which is ThriftTea Thrift Store by PlumbobKingdom. I think there's a chance I have showed this lot off before, and if I didn't show it off, I was like this close to including it. This lot's just so pretty to me, and look at how well it fits in with the surrounding area. It's so perfect, and I feel like thrifting and bubble tea are very university kid things, so maybe I'm a little partial to my reasoning there. And I know we have bubble tea at that other place, but like maybe bubble tea is very trendy right now, so we're gonna need multiple bubble tea shops, of course. One is gym and bubble tea, and the other one is thrift and bubble tea, so you need it at both places. But talking about this lot now, absolutely stunning. The use of all the rugs clustered together, all the junk everywhere. That sounds bad, but it does feel like true thrift store because of that. I feel like if it were just clean and empty, it wouldn't give off the same thrift store vibes. I just think this lot is so cool. And then of course on the bottom floor, we've got more of the thrift store over here, and then our bubble tea area right over here. And they do open up to each other. So while they are 2 different storefronts, you can access them both from the same front door, which I think is rather nice that it has the energy of 2 stores, but you don't have to have your Sims walk out of one and into the other to change which one you're in. I think they did an absolutely stunning job with this lot, and I just think it's a perfect fit in this little 20 by 15 lot space. Also, Apollo is present. The next lot we're looking at is the Britechester Townhouse by Lila X. This is a normal residential house, so if you maybe wanted to live here with a family, this is the perfect house to do so. I think this lot is so pretty with all the little greenery that they did with the flower boxes and the ivy on the side. I love it. Starting on our bottom floor, we have a nice closed concept house, which I kind of love for this area. I think it makes a lot more sense than an open concept here. But we've got a dining room, a large kitchen, and a beautiful living room space, plus an extra bathroom downstairs. Heading up the stairs, we've got a large bedroom, a large office space. I kind of envision this is a professor that lives in this room, possibly. We've got a toddler space here, and then upstairs we have 2 kids' bedrooms, and then what looks to be like a cute little playroom, which I love. You don't see a lot of playrooms in a lot of builds, and I think they're very useful to have. Outside, we have a beautiful rooftop garden, as well as an adorable little backyard with some more gardening spaces, a little room for the kids to play, a little grill space out here as well. I kind of imagine the 2 parents that live here, one of them is a university professor and the other one is a gardener. gardener or maybe a florist or something. I love that storyline for them. And I do think it's nice to keep regular residentials here in this world, although I usually, if I'm playing here, prefer to live in the apartments or in the university housing. So it is the only regular residential that I include. And next door to our townhouse, we have more university housing by Eve 404. I think these two houses look lovely next to each other. They're not identical by any means, which I think is a good thing, but they have the same vibe, if you know what I mean. And this one is set as university housing. The creator has it set as Britechester housing, but you can change it from here. So if you're wondering where that's at, you're gonna click on the house with a little info icon in it and then click over to these cogwheels. And that's where you can change university if you want it to be male or female. And then if you want it to have an affiliation with any kind of club or something like that. But here is a look at the inside of that lot. So on the upstairs, we have a massive party space, like a little party attic. I kind of love the idea of these two houses almost being rival houses, like the Sims that live in this house and go to university try to raise the most havoc that they possibly can to annoy the professor that lives here. But it has everything you could need for a little party space, which I love in a university housing. And then downstairs, it's just very normal, but kind of grimy, which I think is perfect. So the bathroom over here is a little gross looking. They have the big watermark on the floor. We've got two bedrooms up here that look to share this bathroom. And then downstairs, we've got a handful more bedrooms that share this bathroom right here. And then on the very bottom floor, we have like a really grimy living and kitchen area, plus another bathroom that is a little worse for wear. But I do love the realism of that the university students wouldn't necessarily care for it like you would hope. It's even a little trashed up on the outside too, which I think is very cute and realistic. They even have like the big garbage bags next to the dumpsters and whatnot. I think this is a very cool university housing. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I love the upstairs most of all though, and I just think this one is so cool. But now we are moving to the Britechester area of this world, and we are going to start with the university housing that's over there. So this is the Darkwing house updated by Mirahl. Is this not perfect for Britechester? I don't know. There was something about it that was just so eye-catching to me. I really, really loved it. But heading to the inside, it's very cute and simple. We've got a couple bathrooms and a couple of little bedrooms upstairs. It looks like this is more of a Jack and Jill bathroom right here connected to each room, but there is also an extra bathroom in the hallway. So you could treat it like one of them uses this one and the other one uses this one. And then downstairs, we have one more little dorm space with a bathroom attached to it as well. And then a cute little common area and kitchen dining space. I just think this one is so cute. It's simple, but in the most perfect way. And then outside, we just have a cute little hangout area. We have the little games mat. We have ping pong, a lot of Britechester memorabilia and flags and whatnot. I just think this one is so cute. Oh, look, even a little chess table right there and some bikes on the lot. It's adorable. I love it. I think it's so good. If I were gonna go to Britechester, I think this is the dorm I'd live in. I don't know though. We have a few good ones, but I think this would be a close call. Now we're moving to the first of our Drake Hall renovations, which is a Drake Hall Reno by Lilsimsie. So we have a Lilsimsie one at Foxbury and a Lilsimsie one at Britechester. I think this one's so cool. I think it fits perfectly in with the building beneath it. And it's just one story and it's very simple. And I really, really like that about it. We have a handful of dorm rooms all the way around with a bathroom space in the middle. I do like that Lilsimsie tends to include 2 solo rooms and then has the rest of them be roommate rooms. So you have the option whether you want to be with a roommate or not. We have a cute little common kitchen area right here. We've got some desk space, some art easels all around. We've got some chess tables out here in the back, and then a few different places for your Sims to do some studying or homework. And then we even have some computers here that your Sims can use on the lot, which is really nice. But this is kind of the more simplified version of the Drake Hall, and then we are going to go look at the next one. So this is the Drake Hall University by Keezty, and they went all out. We got another story. We've got a big open garden space down here, and I mean dorms on dorms on dorms. It's honestly almost too much, but in a good way. We've got a couple bathroom spaces here in the middle, so many dorms on each side, and then a nice little art gallery, little study nook over here. And downstairs we've got a cafeteria type space over here. Same thing, This will function normal, but your Sims have to pay for the food unless they're at the commons. We've got a cute little living space right here. Oh, a very tiny gym. So they did manage to get a little gym space, but a very, very small one. This room looks almost like a little group project room or like a mini library / study room. And then we've got another little hangout area with a game and ping pong tables and a little robotics area. So there is a lot here for your Sims to do. I think for a Drake Hall, it's okay to have multiple variants because they're so far away from each other. This is the first Drake Hall and this is the second Drake Hall. So I think it's okay if they're not the same, whereas the Tidal towers, I feel like they need to match. But the main reason I wanted to include both is because Lilsimsie only uses Discover University in hers, whereas the one that we just looked at is pack heavy. It's not the most aggressively pack heavy build I've ever seen, but you know, I don't think most people own this many packs. So I did want to include a little variation for that reason. And then last but not least, we're heading to the Ubrite Commons. These Ubrite Commons are by Lsnishi and they're so pretty. It kind of has the same energy as the library that we saw, and I kind of like the idea that they were built at similar times. It even has the big clock in the center. But let's go ahead and take a look inside. Starting over on this side, we've got more of a hangout space with a foosball, a ping pong, game mats, games table, like all kinds of things just for your Sims to hang out and do. In the center, it's more of a common space. We do have a robotics room in here as well as a little bathroom. And over on this side, we have a massive art space. So an art painting room over here, and then more of a musical room in this room, which I think is so nice to have for attending Britechester. Downstairs, they have a debate podium, a computer lab area in here, a little bit more common space, and then a cafeteria space over on the side. I love the color scheme and the warm tones and just everything about this whole build. I think it looks so good. And there's so much to do here. I think this Commons is one of the best ones I have ever seen, and it just looks so good on the outside with the rest of the world around it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But that was it for our must-have lot. So let me take you around the map and show you where I have each of these placed down. So starting over here, we have the two Tidal tower renos. I do like those to match. Then we have our Larry, Lagoon, Foxbury Commons, and our apartments at the Maritime Manor. In the center, we've got our university library. We left the bar where it usually goes, so that's where that is. And then we have our ThriftTea shop where I believe there's usually a starter home. Across the little river, we've got our Britechester townhouses, which is the normal residential. And next to that, we have a university housing, which is obviously university housing. Over to the Britechester side, we've got the Darkwing house update, and then the first Drake Hall, the second Drake Hall, and then our Ubrite Commons over here where the Ubrite Commons usually are. This is honestly one of my favorite must-have lots that I've done so far. It makes me want to play with university. So now I think I kind of want to do a full university let's play. I haven't really played with university full out in so long. But let me guys know which of these builds is your favorite in the comments below. If you made it this far in the video, comment either a lobster or a dragon emoji, depending on which is your favorite of the universities. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have the best rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!